Hey YouTube, this is Flombus bringing you guys another Black Ops 3 gameplay commentary, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys an arena gameplay that I had while playing with one of my friends. Now this is a kind of a remake of the Razorback video that I made 2 videos ago, and the audio on that got messed up, and I want to talk about that a little bit with you guys. So my audio settings, they're a little bit strange right now because I haven't really figured out what to do about my microphone and everything. On Amazon, the Elgato chat link is back ordered. I did already place an order on it, so as soon as one of those gets shipped, you guys will be able to hear I'll do live comms, as well as you guys will be able to hear my friends talking to me through party chat whenever I'm playing competitive game types, and that's going to help you guys out a lot, understanding how I play the game and what are some things that I can show you guys on how to become better at the game. So I'm definitely not a pro, but I do pay attention to what the pros do, and I somewhat mimic what they do to try to become better at the game. So just bear with me as I try to get my audio settings figured out and my video editing software. I'm trying to work it all out. I used to be extremely big into producing YouTube videos, and I just kind of fell off the map, and now I'm trying to get back into it because it's always been a really fun hobby to me, and it's really enjoyable to me to see myself entertaining other people and satisfying other people, and I think that's awesome for people to be able to do that over the internet without actually having to get in front of live people and do venues and things like that. I think that's pretty cool and something special. So back to the gameplay. I'm playing with one of my friends, and you'll see us kind of use teamwork a little bit. We weren't really communicating that great in this video, so it's not the best, but I'm slowly working my way into competitive. I've been playing some UMG matches recently, and UMG is not really all that it's been talked about, I guess. It's kind of overrated in the sense that, you know, me and my buddy, we've kind of made a doubles team. We've been playing some matches, and every single match that we've lost, we actually go on the UMG website and report that we lost, and we hardly ever dispute. And the only reason I ever see us disputing is if they're using something they're not supposed to be using and they win, or they're lagging. So some of the experiences I've had with UMG is just terrible, and I'm sure that they're working on it, and I'm trying to figure out how to navigate the website easier and figure out what's legal and what's not in UMG, because it's a little bit different from what I'm used to. And we played a couple of teams. So far, we've beat, I think, four of the maybe 10 matches that we've played, so we're slowly getting there, and the only way you're going to get better is by playing people that are better than you and studying what those people are doing to get their advantages over you, how they're getting their aim on faster, what perks they're using, the classes, the routes that they're running, everything. All of that comes into play. So what I'm going to talk about in this part of the video is the UMG thing that I was just talking about, and as far as I can see, it's very hard to get people to admit that they lost on UMG. There are just some people that take the games absolutely way too serious. Now, I do like to get competitive in the sense of having fun, and I think it's fun to get better at the game, but at the same time, if you're a sore loser, then just don't even try to play competitive, because the 4 teams that we did beat, we beat a team 6-0 search and destroy best of 1. We played 2 other teams, beat them 6-5, and the last one I think we beat them like 6-4, 6-3 or something like that. And those are just the matches that we've won. But literally all 4 of those teams disputed our win and said that we were cheating or something. And even though I have like my Elgato hooked up and I recorded all those matches and I took screenshots of the scoreboard and sent it to UMG, they're still favoring the other teams for some reason, even when we weren't doing anything illegal. There was only one match that we did anything illegal, and it was because I was hosting the match, and I wasn't aware that we were supposed to have a specialist draft at the beginning of the match, and that really screwed us up. So I'm working on it, and it's kind of tough at the beginning because you have to memorize all these rules, and there's not a lot, but it's still kind of complicated sometimes. So, well, only in the beginning is it complicated at all. After that, it's straightforward, and once you memorize the rules, it's easy, and all you have from there is to go up. So I definitely recommend playing competitive and playing people better than you, but if you are a sore loser, steer straight away from it because you're not going to enjoy it. And I think that taking a loss is still constructive in the sense of it's going to show you can definitely go back in theater and rewatch your films and watch what the other people did to beat you, and you can sort of mimic the play style, and it'll definitely help you out. So enough of that. I want to talk about this gameplay that I had right here. I go 11-4 with the Razorback, and in my previous video I used the Razorback. I went 17-4 in a public match, and arena is just a little bit different, so I didn't do as well in this match. But I still wanted to showcase the class because the audio was really poor on my other video. So I'm using the Razorback with a suppressor, FMJ, and quick draw, all excellent attachments. And typically in arena, I like to use suppressors on the SMGs because they have somewhat poor range to begin with. And depending on what the other team bans, you're going to have to change your classes up a little bit, your attachments and perks that you're using. Because in arena, you get about 4 or 5 minutes at the beginning of the match where players on your team and the opposing team are going to ban or protect items that they want to take in the game with them, or ban items they don't want in the lobby. So I think that's a really cool feature. However, I do think that it should be a little bit shorter. Maybe we should be able to do it in a lobby before the match actually loads. So there's a few things that could be worked on for arena, but for the most part it's really enjoyable, and I enjoy the competitive play style without having to get on UMG or game battles. It's pretty fun. So back to the class, I'm using suppressor, FMJ, and quick draw like I just mentioned. So you definitely want to use quick draw and something like maybe fast hands in conjunction with it, which I'm using in this class, and that's going to help you bring up your aim a lot faster, because especially when you're on offense in search and destroy, or whether you're playing hardpoint and the other team's posting up, it's definitely going to help you out, get your aim up faster. You can start shooting sooner after sprinting. That's definitely going to help you out. The FMJ, I kind of use that to counteract the suppressor. Now, I could have run long barrel, but I opted out. FMJ is pretty good, especially on this map where there's some thin walls right there in that glass area by A-bomb, I believe that is. And so FMJ helps you out a little bit when you're running a suppressor. Now also I'm running Afterburner, Fast Hands, Dead Silence, and Blast Suppressor, which requires perk 3 Greed to run Dead Silence and Blast Suppressor. You don't want to be hurt at all in arena gameplay, trust me. Everybody has a headset that plays arena for the most part, and it's going to be extremely difficult for you to move around the map without getting shot in the back all the time, because people are going to hear you coming and they're going to position themselves accordingly. So definitely recommend Dead Silence Blast Suppressor for Search and Destroy at least. Now in other game modes like Respawn, for Hardpoint or Capture the Flag, people tend to pay a little bit less attention to the radar, which will allow you to move around without being seen as much. But for the most part, I'd still recommend Blast Suppressor, Dead Silence for sure. Now my specialist that I'm using, well, you can't see it right now because we're watching somebody else play because I died out of the round, but I like to use Psychosis, especially in Search and Destroy. If you're on defense and you're the last one alive, let's say there's 2 people on the other team and they plant the bomb, well, you can send in your clones and it'll kind of draw the other team out because they don't know if any of those are clones or you mixing in with the clones. So typically you can activate it around a corner or something and it will send your clones in and the opposing team will shoot. Most people don't use suppressors in arena because it reduces the damage and range of their gun so significantly that they refuse to run no suppressor, and you'll be able to look at the radar and figure out where they're at near the bomb site, and you can go in and kill them. So also, you're going to want to run low score streaks in Search and Destroy on arena. It's pretty tough to chain up any solid score streaks. So in this match I'm using HCXD, Counter UAV, and a Guardian. And there are several score streaks that are banned, such as UAV. You can't use Ghost, there's no haters, nothing like that. So even whenever you're playing Respawn game types in arena, it's going to be tough for the enemy team to spot you on the radar unless you're shooting. That's really the only time they're going to be able to see you. So even then, suppressors are decently loud in this game, and if they have a headset, they can kind of hear out where you are in the map, and that's going to give them a little bit of an advantage even if you're running a suppressor. So it's definitely a different type of play style. You can't just bum rush like you can in public matches. It's going to be a little bit tougher. You still can depending on your skill level, but I wouldn't recommend that in the start. You're not going to have a lot of fun doing that unless you're absolutely full of skill. So here you see I get first place, my buddy got second place, and we had won the match, I think 6-1. I wasn't paying attention. I'm reading notes through on what I was planning on talking about. So yeah, 6-2, and I went 11-4 with 1 plant and 0 diffuses. So it was a successful match. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.